What mark did God put on Cain as mentioned in Genesis chapter 4 verse 15? After Cain killed his brother Abel, God put a mark on Cain. The specifics of the mark are not described in the Bible, but it served as a sign of God's protection. The mark placed on Cain by God was a sign of protection, ensuring that he would not be killed despite his grievous sin of murdering Abel. While the Bible does not specify the nature of this mark, it symbolized God's mercy amidst Cain's exile and separation from the land, contrasting with the punishment he received. This narrative demonstrates God's complex character of justice and compassion, challenging us to extend mercy and understanding to others who have fallen short. Historical uses of the mark of Cain are a warning to us against misinterpreting biblical passages for personal agendas. We need to seek truth in our interpretations of Scripture and apply it with grace in our relationships. From the Old Testament, the Bible does not tell us what the mark that God put on Cain actually was. The Hebrew word for mark means sign and occurs over 70 times in the Bible, but there are no specifics as to the nature of that mark. Whatever it was, the mark on Cain was a sign that Cain was not to be killed. After Cain murdered his brother Abel, God told Cain, "And now you are cursed from the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it shall no longer yield to you its strength. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth," according to Genesis chapter 4 verses 11 and 12. The prospect of being alone and vulnerable frightened Cain, and he pleaded with God, saying, "My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, you have driven me today away from the ground, and from your face I shall be hidden. I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me," as written in Genesis chapter 4 verses 13 and 14. God then put a mark on Cain that would indicate he was protected by God. Then the Lord said to him, "Not so. If anyone kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold." And the Lord put a mark on Cain, lest any who found him should attack him. According to Scripture, Cain's mark was a mark of God's protection, not a curse. The curse or punishment on Cain was his exile. The mark was a sign of God's mercy. Additionally, the mark God put on Cain was placed only on Cain. From the New Testament, the mark of Cain is not mentioned in the New Testament. Implications for today. Reflecting on the story of Cain and the mark God placed upon him brings to light the profound interplay of justice and mercy in God's dealings with humanity. Despite Cain's heinous act of murder, God's response was not purely punitive, but also protective. The mark on Cain symbolized God's mercy, ensuring his safety even amidst his deserved exile and separation from the land. This narrative demonstrates God's willingness to extend grace even to those who have committed grave sins, illustrating his character of justice along with compassion. It challenges us to consider how we view and treat others who have fallen short, reminding us of the importance of mercy and compassion in our interactions. This does not mean we don't uphold truth, but how we communicate it and how we continue in relationship matters.